Kamal, remind me to buy milk on the way home.
You just reminded yourself. You literally just said it out loud.
I know, but now I will forget, so remind me again later.
I cannot remind you of something you already know.
Yes, you can. That is exactly what remind means.
Wait, is this the episode?
This is the episode.
You planned this whole thing.
I planned this whole thing. Welcome to TalkFluent. I am Nora.
And I am Kamal, and today, without realizing it, Nora just demonstrated the difference between remember and remind perfectly, in about 30 seconds.
Because these two words confuse almost every English learner. And once you understand the difference, truly feel it, you will never mix them up again.
This episode is for B1 and B2 learners, intermediate and upper intermediate. The grammar is clear, the examples are real, and the practice game at the end will lock everything in.
15 minutes, let us go. Now, let us start with the big picture. What is the difference between remember and remind?
Here is the golden rule, and say this with me.
Remember comes from inside you. It's your own brain, your own memory. You remember something yourself.
Remind comes from outside you. Another person or something causes you to think of something. You are reminded by someone or something else.
Inside, outside. That is the whole difference.
I remember my grandmother's voice. That memory lives inside me. Nobody gave it to me just now. I just accessed it myself.
She reminded me of my grandmother. Something about her, the way she spoke, the way she smiled, triggered a memory in me from outside. She did something, and it caused me to remember.
Inside, remember. Outside, remind. Say it one more time.
Remember, inside, your own brain, your own memory.
Remind, outside. Another person or thing causes the memory or the thought.
Now, let us look at remember first. How do we use it, and what are the key structures?
Remember is about your own memory, your own brain accessing something from the past or keeping something in your mind for the future.
Structure 1. Remember plus a noun. I remember that day. She remembers his name. Do you remember the film we watched last year?
Simple and clean. Remember plus a thing, something your brain has stored.
Structure 2. Remember plus ing form. This is for memories of the past, things that already happened.
I remember meeting her for the first time. I remember eating at that restaurant years ago. She remembers being very young and living near the sea.
Remember plus ing, the action happened, it's in the past, and you have a memory of it. I remember meeting her means I have a memory of the moment we met.
Structure 3. Remember plus to, infinitive. This is very different. This is for the future, for things you must not forget to do.
Remember to call your mother. Remember to take your keys. Remember to send that email before 5 o'clock.
Remember plus to means do not forget to do this thing. It's a future action, something that needs to happen.
This is one of the most important distinctions in English, and many learners mix these up.
I remember locking the door. I have a memory of doing it. It happened.
Remember to lock the door. Do not forget, lock it. Future action, not yet done.
I remember locking, past memory. Remember to lock, future reminder to yourself.
Say both, out loud, right now.
I remember locking the door.
Remember to lock the door.
Same verb, same word, completely different meaning depending on what comes after.
Now, remind. How do we use it, and what are the key structures?
Remind always involves two people or two things. the person doing the reminding and the person being reminded. There is always a direction, always a relationship between two things.
Structure 1. Remind someone to do something. This is for giving someone a nudge about a future action.
Can you remind me to call the doctor? Please remind her to bring her passport. He reminded us to submit the report by Friday.
Remind someone to action. This is the most common structure, and it's very practical, very everyday.
Can you remind me to call the doctor? I might forget. I need you from the outside to bring that thought back to me at the right moment.
Structure 2. Remind someone of something. This is for triggering a memory, causing someone to think of something.
This song reminds me of summer. He reminds me of my uncle. That smell reminds me of my grandmother's kitchen.
Remind someone of something. The thing triggers a memory or an association. Something on the outside causes something to wake up on the inside.
This song reminds me of summer. The song is outside me. Summer is inside me. The song reaches in and pulls that memory out. That's remind of.
Remind someone that something. For recalling a fact or piece of information someone might have forgotten or not thought about.
She reminded me that the meeting was at 3. He reminded us that parking was free on Sundays. Can you remind him that we're leaving early tomorrow?
Remind someone that plus a fact plus information. You're bringing back a specific thing they may have forgotten or not thought about.
Now let's hear both words together in a real, natural conversation. A conversation between two friends organizing a trip. Listen to all the reminds and remembers.
Hey, do you remember when we went to Portugal 2 years ago?
Of course, I remember arriving at the airport and it was absolutely pouring with rain.
I remember thinking, this is not what I expected from Portugal. But then it cleared up and it was beautiful. Can you remind me, which hotel did we stay in?
The one near the old town, I cannot remember the name, something with casa in it.
Casa something. Yes. I remember the breakfast there. It was incredible. I still think about those pastries.
That reminds me, we should book somewhere with a good breakfast this time. Remember to check the reviews specifically for breakfast.
Good idea. Oh, and remind me to check if my passport is still valid. I keep forgetting.
Your passport, got it. I will remind you tomorrow. And remember, we need to book the flights at least 2 months in advance if we want a good price.
You are right. That reminds me, last time we left it too late and ended up paying double.
Never again. Remind me to send you the link for the flights tonight.
Done. This trip is going to be much better organized than the last one.
Famous last words. Let us count and analyze all the reminds and remembers in that conversation.
Do you remember when we went to Portugal? Remember plus a time in the past, accessing a shared memory.
I remember arriving. Remember plus ing. A past memory. I have a memory of that moment.
I remember thinking. Remember plus ing. Again, a past thought I can still access.
Can you remind me which hotel? Remind me plus a question. Asking someone from the outside to bring back a fact.
I cannot remember the name. Remember plus noun. Trying to access something from memory and failing.
I remember the breakfast. Remember plus noun. A happy memory accessed from inside.
That reminds me. This is a very natural phrase. It means something just triggered a thought. Something outside caused an inside idea to surface. That reminds me, we should book somewhere with a good breakfast.
Remember to check the reviews. Remember plus 2. Future action. Do not forget to do this.
Remind me to check my passport. Remind plus 2. Asking someone else to bring the thought back to you later.
I will remind you tomorrow. Simple future. I will be the outside force that brings the thought back to you.
Remember, we need to book early. Remember plus that implied, a fact being emphasized. Do not forget this information.
That reminds me, again, something in the conversation triggered a connected thought.
Remind me to send you the link. Remind plus two. Future action, asking for an external nudge.
11 examples in one natural conversation between two friends, every single one real, every single one natural.
Now, the most common mistake, the one we hear all the time from intermediate learners.
Remind me this, remind me it, remind me the meeting.
These are not correct. Remind needs a full structure after it. Remind me to do something. Remind me of something. Remind me that something.
Remind me this, wrong. Remind me of this, correct. Remind me it, wrong. Remind me about it, correct. Remind me the meeting, wrong. Remind me about the meeting, correct. Or remind me that the meeting is at 3, correct.
Remind me about is also very natural and very common. It works when you do not want to give the full detail.
Can you remind me about my appointment tomorrow? Yes, I will remind you about it in the morning.
Remind me about. Simple, natural, real.
Practice game, 6 situations. Answer out loud. Ready?
Ready. Situation 1. You have a memory of your first day at school. It was exciting. Make a sentence with remember.
I remember feeling so excited on my first day at school. Everything felt new and a little bit scary.
Remember plus ing, past memory. Perfect. Situation 2. You need to send an important email this afternoon, but you might forget. Tell yourself.
I need to remember to send that email before 3 o'clock.
Remember plus 2, future action. Exactly right. Situation 3. A piece of music is playing. It makes you think of a holiday you had 3 years ago. Make a sentence with remind.
This music reminds me of that holiday in Greece. Every time I hear it, I can picture the whole trip.
Remind someone of something. Outside, triggering inside. Beautiful. Situation 4. Your colleague has a deadline tomorrow. You want to make sure they know. Use remind.
I should remind her that the deadline is tomorrow morning. I don't think she's thought about it today.
Remind someone that, bringing back a fact. Perfect. Situation 5. Ask me to give you a nudge about your dentist appointment next week.
Could you remind me about my dentist appointment next week? I always forget until it's too late.
Remind me about. Natural and clean. And the last one. You can't think of a person's name, but you know you have met them before. Use remember.
I know I've met her before, but I can't remember her name. It's right on the tip of my tongue.
On the tip of my tongue, this is a perfect natural phrase. It means you almost remember it. It's almost there, but not quite. The tip of my tongue. Say it.
On the tip of my tongue.
Use it. It's one of the most natural expressions in English for almost remembering something.
Final summary. 2 words, 1 golden rule. Clear forever.
Remember comes from inside, your own brain, your own memory. 3 structures. Remember plus noun, I remember that day. Remember plus ing, I remember meeting her, past memory. Remember plus 2, remember to call, future action. Do not forget.
Remind comes from outside. Another person or thing causes the thought. 3 structures. Remind someone to do something. Can you remind me to call? Remind someone of something. This song reminds me of summer. Remind someone that. She reminded me that the meeting was at 3.
And 3 golden sentences, out loud, right now. I remember the first time I heard English and actually understood it.
Can you remind me to send that message later?
This episode reminds me of why I love learning languages.
Say them again, out loud.
I remember the first time I heard English and actually understood it.
Can you remind me to send that message later?
This episode reminds me of why I love learning languages.
Remind and remember. Two verbs, one difference. Inside and outside.
And now I actually do need milk, so Kamal, remind me on the way home.
I will remind you about the milk when we finish recording.
Used it correctly. Remind me about. Natural, perfect.
I remember to use it correctly. See? Remind and remember working together, just like us.
Write a comment below. Use remind in one sentence and remember in one sentence about your real life. We read every single one.
And if today helped your English, share it with someone who confuses these two words, because after today, they never have to again.
I'm Nora.
He's Kamal.
We'll see you in the next one.